Just got a little 20-mile single track ride in here with Dave and Jeff. The moisture, we finally got some moisture back in the ground. These guys are your air attack guys from Grass Valley Air Attack Base. Dave, last year at this time we burned what, 2 million acres?
I think it was close to that, yeah.
And this year we're down to,
oh, you're caught me off guard. I don't know the numbers, but it's a fraction of that.
It's like 100,000 acres, isn't it? For locally? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so our biggest fire, of course, was the mosquito fire at close to 80,000 acres. But the key thing is we had a lot of starts, but you guys kept small fires small. So what's your standard dispatch for that? Is it still out of Grass Valley, 1 air attack and 2 S2s?
So for any vegetation fire during a high dispatch level, there's different levels through the day. We track the weather through the day, and that adjusts our dispatch level off of that. But at a high dispatch level, so anything starting around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning through the evening is going to be 2 air tankers, a minimum of 2 air tankers, an air attack, and locally we'll send 2 helicopters as well, plus then all the ground resources.
But nowadays we're seeing a bigger response of bigger air tankers, and that's your call as soon as you get there, right?
Yep. So the air attack, as soon as it gets on scene, they make the they kind of make the assessment, and one resource that we have this year that we haven't had for a lot of years is additional Type 1 the large air tankers available right here from McClellan. So all summer long we had generally a minimum of 2 air tankers available right here from McClellan, and sometimes up to 2 or sometimes 3 of the VLATs are also available here. So it gives us a big pool to pull from.
And those are on CAL FIRE contract and or Fed contracts?
Exactly.
But it's mutual aid, so you can
right.
grab
and
anyone.
All the aircraft ends up being the closest available resource. So the closest, most appropriate resource. And between the Forest Service contracts and the CAL FIRE contracts, we had additional, I think, 18 Type 1 helicopters available in the state this summer, yeah, as well as the additional air tankers. So we had more resources, which made a bigger difference. This stuff wasn't allocated out to different parts of the country or globally, honestly, now.
So they were right here in California. And then you would, how soon would you order up? What's the quickest you've ordered up a large air tanker, for example? Is it just like 5 acres and hauling potatoes, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So on the Rice's fire, which was earlier this season, over on the Yuba River drainage, when we first got on scene of that fire, we got over that fire, it was still contained to the structure, and we were putting kind of some security perimeter retardant drops down, and as even we were putting that retardant down, it was spotted across that line and started ripping up the hill. And by that time the fire hit 40 acres, I had already ordered I think 3 additional Type 1 tankers and then 2 VLATs and a lead plane by the time that fire hit 40 acres, which made a big difference in where we were able to hold it and keeping it on that west side of the canyon.
It did not jump the Yuba River Canyon.
Yeah.
That was the main thing, and that was pretty much a one-day burn, right?
There was some hard work put in, the ground crews, the dozers, all the hand crews. As that thing was spotting across the top, it was a solid firefight for those guys.
Excellent. All right. Well, keep small fires small, man. That's the way to do it.
And we get to do this more.
Yeah. Enjoying it's not all burned up here yet this year, so we get to keep our houses for another year. Thanks, guys. See you here.